And welcome back to Grand Island Central Catholic High School. Brandon Aksamit, Fran Otten's with us in the booth, as well as Max Baker, but somebody perhaps even more important than any of those names I've mentioned. Jeff Ohnoutka, former head coach for the SCOTUS Shamrocks, has since taken his talents to the administrative role of SCOTUS. First off, before we talk basketball, how's that transition been this year?
Well, it's been a great transition. I'm really thankful for the faculty that I have at SCOTUS. They've made that transition very easy. The kids at SCOTUS are great. The parents have been outstanding as well, too. I honestly cannot believe that it's the middle of December already. It's really hard to believe that we've gotten that far into the school year.
I am with you with those thoughts as well. Basketball is all of a sudden upon us. Now, this is the first time in quite some time that you are not down on the court having some sort of hand in the team that's playing. Now, is that hard for you? Is it something that's nice to sit back and watch and say, this is a kind of different perspective that I don't mind, or how are you feeling?
Well, I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun when you're not thinking about X's and O's to just watch our kids play the game, because we've got some great players who are really fun to watch, and they're great kids as well too. I know the St. Cecilia game, it was hard. I took my seat in the bleachers there, and it's like I used to didn't have to crawl over people to get to my seat. I'd be able to walk out on the court and do that, but it's been really a lot of fun, and I can watch all of the girls' game now as well too. I was really happy for Coach Ritter tonight to get that win, because they had two really tough losses to start the year.
Now, looking at this team, basically on the back half of your career at SCOTUS, I've kind of dubbed it the golden age of SCOTUS basketball. The more success that SCOTUS has had in a very long time, with 3 consecutive trips to state, including a runner-up 2 years ago and 2 third-place finishes. Now you have some very experienced players that were a part of that are seniors on this team. Oshtick, Dalton Taylor, Cody Maracek. Transitioning with Coach Swanson, who's taken over and was on the coaching staff, how do you feel this team is poised heading into this year? We know the expectations are high.
Well, they are high, but I'm really just so happy. Coach Swanson's going to do a great job with these guys. I watch them, and they look a lot like we did last year or the year before, running a lot of the same things. But, he's going to put his mark on this program. This senior class, they've invested so much into the game of basketball. They're looking at or have already won almost 70 games just in 3 years that they've been here, and they're well on their way to another 20-plus win season and another successful year. And there aren't too many classes, grades that can go through a school and say they won that many basketball games.
And now when Coach Swanson took over, it was announced that he'd be the head coach. I remember talking to you last year, and you said he's going to be just fine, the program's going to be just fine. What is it about Coach Swanson that gives you that air of confidence, and you say, I feel totally all right giving the reins to him?
Well, he's been around successful programs at SCOTUS and then at Archbishop Bergen before that. I think one real constant, though, is the fact that Mike Van Cannon is still helping him as an assistant coach. Mike has been with our program since I started off, 10 years ago, and that makes a big difference as well, too, that consistency there. Coach Swanson's a learner. He's a student of the game. He's a teacher of the game, and so I know that he's going to work hard to keep this thing going.
Now, someone we're going to talk about, you said Van Cannon. Now, Tate's coming off the bench, and he's actually leading all scorers right now for the Shamrocks, and I got the stats from Coach Swanson, and I don't think it was a typo. 70%, 7 for 10 from downtown. Now, does this surprise you? I mean, we know he's a good three-point shooter, but I don't know if anyone's shooting better in the state than Tate right now.
Wow, he's doing a good job, but once again, this is a reward to a kid who puts his time and effort into it. Tate works really, really hard at his game. He's successful because of that. Good things come to people who deserve that to come, and I hope it continues for him. It's bound to go down a little bit. It's a three-point shot, but boy, I think he's capable of going through the season being a 40+% three-point shooter, which is outstanding.
Well, Coach, appreciate you taking the time. We kind of just waved you down and said, hey, step in front of a camera for us, so we appreciate you doing so, and guess we'll let you get back to being a fan now and enjoying this contest.
Well, I love any chance I get to talk about SCOTUS, so thank you guys, and thank you for all that you do.
We appreciate it. We appreciate you guys who are watching. Stay with us. We have a good basketball game. Number 3 SCOTUS taking on GICC here on News Channel Nebraska.